All right, here we are at our 1994 Lakeview. This is a 14 by 45 foot wide body aluminum hull houseboat for sale. We're here on the beautiful freshwaters of Norris Lake, Tennessee. This one is sitting in a highly desirable inslip at a marina very convenient to I-75 near the nearest the Knoxville, Tennessee exit. It's going to be off the exit 122 from I-75 just north of Knoxville, Tennessee. This is about a 42-foot length boat. We've got a 3-foot swim platform, so it's going to be about a 45-foot LOA. We're here for our video walkthrough tour as usual. You will find the current list of all the specifications, options, equipment, current asking price, as well as all of our contact information. It's all going to be found at our website at yournewboat.com. And for your convenience, down in the video description, there will be a direct link to this listing. With it being an in slip right here, we've got some really good aerial photographs of this one here in this in slip. Obviously on our video tour, we're not going to be able to access the other side of this, but like I said, down in that video description, there'll be a direct link, take you right to the listing page for this one. And if you're watching this video tour on a device where you're unable to view that video description, all you gotta do is remember that website, yournewboat.com, type that in any web browser, click enter. When you see that orange lettering, look for that Find Your New Boat button in the top left-hand corner. When you click that, it's going to show you all of our inventory and order price. You're not going to be overwhelmed. You're basically only going to be looking at listings here in the East Tennessee area. And all you got to do is scroll down until you see this one again. It's the 1994 Lakeview 14 by 45 wide body aluminum hull. This is a custom built houseboat. This boat's been here on Norris, I believe it's about 2013. And it has been kind of a dock queen. It's been sitting here basically used stationary. And the engine does need some mechanical work in order for this to be functioning as a boat again. So we're going to walk through all that with you. So I do want to point out now we're here standing in the front porch area. We do have, you can probably notice, we've got a nice Isenglass enclosure, nice clear windows with the screen. So see this zip right here? You've got a window in here. This Isenglass is rolled up right here, giving you another screen right here. We're going to have a access door to go to the upstairs. And then again, we've got that center screen right there in the center. That one's folded up as well. And then 2 more windows and another door over here on this port side. So that's going to be a 42-inch RCA LCD. That's a HD television and does have a LG soundbar that goes with it. Ceiling fan just overhead here. Got some rope lighting on the exterior as well. Go ahead and step on inside right through our glass sliding door. That's going to be a 47-inch LG HD television here in the main living room area. It's also got a LG soundbar included with that one. And then we've got a freestanding. This is a, I believe that's a, 12,000 BTU freestanding air conditioning unit. And then just in front of it, obviously this one's not being used at the moment, it's going to be a 1500 watt infrared heater. So here our lower helm station. We've got remote start for a generator. It's going to be an 8.5 kW Westerbeek generator. More on that a little bit later when we make it to the back of the boat. Also got your transfer switch to go from shore power to generator power, and just below that's going to be your display for a Trace Inverter. Now that Trace Inverter is not being utilized, but there is a 1500 watt Trace Inverter that is equipped with this boat. There's no batteries for that inverter, but it is plumbed for one, so you're going to have the makings of an inverter. If that's a system you want to utilize, you just want to use some batteries, make a battery bank for that, and you can have some, be able to have some inverter power. Again, that's a 1500 watt Trace Inverter. Now here our helm station. Like I said, this boat has not been used as a boat in recent years. You've got your engine instrumentation, you've got a fuel gauge, engine temp gauge, engine oil pressure gauge, your tachometer, battery voltmeter, and the hour meter. Now this one is equipped with a Mercruiser 3.0 liter 4-cylinder inboard outboard stern drive engine with the Alpha One drive that does need to be replaced. You have a functional depth finder right here. We're currently showing about 32 feet of water, and that is a rudder angle indicator gauge and a compass up here as well. Just below our helm, we've got a small, it's going to be a Sony. It's an AM, FM. Let me get a view in there. AM, FM, a USB auxiliary input, Bluetooth stereo. Do have zoned audio. Now I will point out we've got, let me think here. There's 8 speakers. We're going to have speakers on the front porch. We've got 2 right here in the main salon area. Have 2 more on the rear deck, and 2 upstairs at our Flybridge. 2, 4, 6, 8. Yeah, 8 speakers for that Sony stereo. Got 12-volt power outlet right here at your lower helm as well, and that's going to be a lighted switch for your water heater. This is by the door, and it does have a light. That is meant to be a visual aid so that whenever you leave the boat, you remember to turn your water off and your water heater off. That's a newer water heater. It's a 20-gallon capacity. Should also point out we've got a Sony 10-disc CD changer that's mounted up here as well. That is currently not connected. That has not been utilized in recent years. And then we also have a VHF radio up here as well. This one did function just fine. That's channel 16 right there. There's your weather band station right there for your NOAA weather radio. All right. Essentially, we've got some storage in this cabinet below the television. Back in '94, that was kind of in the days before we had those flat screen televisions. So this area right here was actually used for one of those older box televisions. So it's basically just been a storage cabinet for now. Got nice solid wood floors throughout. We've got a single level interior. Do want to show you, we've got a little hatch right here. This is your access point for the below your hull space. That's going to be access for your basically the crawl space that's going to run the length of this boat. There's going to be a firewall at both sliding doors at the front and the rear. And then, of course, we've got a separate storage out there for the front and an engine room. But down in that crawl space, you're going to have 3 84-gallon aluminum freshwater tanks. There's also a 75-gallon plastic waste holding tank. And then you've got some central heat and air ducts and some other plumbing and electrical throughout. What's not being used for that is all very usable storage space. Some people do use that space more efficiently than others. Now, we do have that freestanding AC unit right here at this helm. This boat is equipped with a geothermal system. It is a Ocean Breeze. I believe it is about a 16,000 BTU capacity unit that is not functional. Eventually, we hope to have an estimate on what it would cost to get that system up and running again. But again, it is equipped with the geothermal unit. And so this is something, well, as we move about the cabin here, you're going to see some, well, we've got a air return vent right there on the floor. We've got another vent down here in the hallway for essentially that geothermal system to act as central heat and air conditioning. But again, it is not being utilized at the moment. And again, a few weeks after this one's listed, we hope to eventually have a estimate on what it's going to take to get that geothermal system up and running again. So here in our living room area, got a small little sofa, ottoman, table and chairs, some lighting overhead, ceiling fan in here as well. Now we do want to give you the full 360-degree tour on here, and up on our ceiling here we are going to see some areas of some stains. This is from previous leaks in the rooftop. These have all been repaired. This had a new roof, had pit vane installed in the summer of 2023. So none of those are active leaks, but unfortunately there is some staining throughout on our ceiling there. So when we do enter a new room and we have some staining, we'll try to pause and raise the camera up just for a moment so you can see that. We do want to give you the full 360-degree tour. And as I have stated, all those leaks have been repaired when that roof was recoated in 2023. But again, we are going to give you that full 360-degree tour. This one's a very efficient cabin area. We've got 3 queen bedrooms, 1 full bath. Like I said, single level interior with some nice hardwood floors throughout here on our main level. Galley kitchen's right over here. That's going to be, I believe that's an 18.2 cubic foot Frigidaire, electric refrigerator or freezer, Kenmore oven and range top, Kenmore over the range, built-in microwave and a small Black & Decker toaster oven, double stainless sink. Great window to see out from your kitchen sink. And then this is going to be a small little storage cabinet right in here. So we'll try to give you that full 360-degree tour. Slip is transferable with this one. Again, it is a in-slip, very highly sought after marina that is very convenient to I-75. About 6.5 miles straight shot off I-75. Cedar-lined closets throughout. This one's going to house a Kenmore stacked washer and dryer. All right, then moving back, I'm going to turn over here to our starboard side. We've got a pocket door before you enter our full bath. We got a corner vanity sink, built-in medicine cabinet overhead, exterior window, and then this is going to be appears to be a Raritan. Appears to be a Raritan head. That is, oh, I'm sorry, that's a Japsco head. That's marine head. It's going to use lake water for flush, and again, it's got about a 75-gallon capacity waste holding tank. That's a plastic waste holding tank. Right there in the floor, right there, it's going to be another vent for that geothermal system. Again, that is not currently being utilized, but it is equipped with. And then we've got a small walk-in shower right over here around the corner. All right, directly across from there, over on the port side, we're actually going to go down 3 steps. This is a double cuddy area. We've got large headroom overhead as you enter down the entrance to the cuddy stateroom here. I should point out we got 7 foot 1 inch of headroom here in our main cabin. And of course, that's going to grow immensely as we step down here into our lower cabin. But then we have what's called a crawl-in cuddy to the forward. Now this is going to be for the kids or grandkids. Do have 12-volt fan back here, and then when that geothermal system is up and running again, we've also got a duct for that geothermal HVAC system. This is a queen size bed right here. Now we've got about 28 inches of headroom right here. And again, this is what we call or refer to very frequently as a crawl-in cuddy. You have 12-volt lighting and 110 lighting down here. And again, that's a queen size bed. Now, I'm gonna spin the other direction. It's going to be our second queen size bed. A little bit more headroom down here. Down here we've got about, I believe this one's got about 4 feet 4 inches, or 52 inches of headroom down here in our second queen cuddy. Got some built-in drawers. Got a small little storage area at the foot of this bed. And again, that's another duct for that geothermal system. The CO detector over there at the edge of the bed. Again, this is queen size, 12-volt fan overhead. Got a small little 9-inch box television with the built-in DVD player. And window down here as well. Like I said, we try to give you the full 360-degree tour down here. Got some large windows down here at the entrance of this double cuddy. That's going to let in a lot of natural lighting. You got a mirror there to kind of reflect that natural light. And then again, just below, get a queen bed via that crawl-in cuddy going forward, and a second queen bed going aft. Now we're going to turn around, head back up. 1, 2, 3, I guess that's 4 steps right there. Back on the main level, got another pocket door before you enter master stateroom or the captain's quarters. It's going to be another queen bed right here. We got a ceiling fan overhead. Lighting and 2 speakers overhead. Just made me realize I think I miscounted our stereo speakers here. Believe we've got 10 speakers throughout, 8 on the main level. That's going to give you the front porch, living room, master bedroom, and rear deck. There's 8 right there with 2 more up on the Flybridge. We'll be visiting that area here shortly. You have like a tongue and groove ceiling back here in the master stateroom. And again, queen size bed, integrated dresser drawers. Then we've got 2 cedar lined closets back here in the master. Now, should point out a lot of the items that you're going to be seeing in these cabinets are excluded. But I do want to show you that there is ample storage space throughout. All right. Up here and do one more spin. And back out here, just trying to show you everything. And as you'll notice, I've got the engine hatches raised back here on the rear deck. We'll enter through this, or exit the main cabin through that sliding door. We've got a small little storage closet back here on the exterior as well. It's going to be right here. That's a lockable storage compartment. This is going to be your waste pump out right there, where you've got that little black cap coming up out of the floor there. And this is going to be your onboard battery chargers. Those are guest 10-amp battery chargers. One of these is going to be a starting battery for an engine. The other is going to be the house battery. Generally that group 29 battery. That larger one's typically your house battery. Got large Delta fast set Lumar plow anchor. It's going to be a 78-gallon onboard fuel tank. And here is that Mercruiser 3.0 liter 4-cylinder, inline 4-cylinder. This did have the digital electronic ignition system and does have a Alpha One drive. And again, this motor does need to be replaced. We've got a blown engine block on this one. Actually, you can see the holes in the side of the block down there. And similar over here on this side of the block. Now, let me go ahead and close this hatch over here where the battery compartment is. And turn forward, we do have a onboard automatic bilge pump down there. That's going to be a Fireboy Halon fire suppression system. We've got an extreme engine compartment here. That's a marine engine compartment here. Those are ignition safe. And this is going to be an 8.5 kW Westerbeek generator. I believe we've got about 3,550 hours on this Westerbeek generator. Confirm. Yeah, 35 49. We're going to call that 3550. Again, that's an 8.5 kW Western Beak generator. Start battery Fritz down here. Then you can also see we've got some weight down here. This is not uncommon in aluminum houseboat. A lot of these houseboats, after they leave the factory and get launched for the first time, they actually carry a truckload of block with them. And once it's floating, then they just start placing some block where it's needed in order to create a nice level, nice and level whenever it's not weighted down. So there's one other area also on the port side, up near the bow of the boat, where we've also got some block near where those 3 freshwater aluminum freshwater tanks are. So, all right, we'll go ahead and close this one. Now, here's that 3-foot swim boarding platform we mentioned. Go around our dock side right here. We got a 3-step pull-out swim boarding ladder as well. Slide coming off the roof deck. We're going to head up there next. And we're going to take this ladder up here to the rooftop. Let's see me. Back on. Electric is metered here in this slip right here. Pump outs are included in your slip fee. Essentially, there is the pump out equipment is ran down all the fingers, and the marina will show you how to work that pump station on weekdays. I believe every Tuesday they turn their system on, but if you need to pump out outside of then, as long as it's a weekday, they can turn that system on. So again, this roof has urethane up here. This is installed in, I believe it was July of 2023. We'll have all those dates listed on the website. Be nice. The beauty of the end slips here. Really do have a lot of privacy up here. Of course, your immediate slip neighbors here are just day boats, so a lot of privacy here at these end slips. And then here's our Flybridge, Bimini top overhead. It's got a small little mooring cover for this one as well. And I will say these seats up here underneath our Bimini top, these the wood in those do need to be replaced. Those speakers did pass function testing just fine. And then you've got some engine instrumentation up here. You're going to have a battery gauge, oil pressure gauge, engine temp, tachometer, and of course your shifter, throttle, steering wheel. Got some cup holders built in up here as well. A little bit of wear in our Bimini canvas here. That does probably need to be, well, it either needs to be replaced or patched. Canvas itself actually appears to be in pretty decent shape, so that might be something you just patch, get a few more years out of. And there's a look up the forward area. Look back a little bit. Again, we're going to have some great aerial shots of this one over at the website. Again, down in that video description will be a direct link to that. We do not monitor YouTube comment page, so if anybody does have any questions about this one, please be sure to reach out to us through the website. You don't hear us mention the asking price on our video walkthrough tours just because they will change very frequently from when a listing is first posted up till the time that it is sold. But we don't hide those. If you do make it over to the website, you're gonna see that asking price readily available, along with all of our contact information. Again, you'll be able to reach out to us by phone, by text, or by email, whatever's most convenient for you. We do like to remind you, if you call us on the phone, you get our voicemail, and you want to return a phone call, please take time, leave us a detailed message. Let us know which listing you're looking at, what questions you have. As soon as we either return to cell phone service area or finish up with the client, we'll be able to return that call, have all those questions answered for you. If you're not wanting to leave YouTube, but you want to see what else is currently available, then as this video tour concludes, you're going to be a shortcut to our current listings playlist. That's where you're going to want to go if you don't want to leave YouTube but want to see what else we have. look for that current listings playlist. And again, down in that video description, direct link to where this one is. We're going to have a full photograph slideshow tour of this listing when you do make it over to the website, again, along with all of our contact information. I should also point out that this boat originally had a davit. I'll show you what I mean by that when we go back down below. But with that davit, this section of rail right here could lift out. That davit was probably utilized for a smaller jet ski. Think about what they look like in 1994. Nothing like the modern small boats that we have for wave runners. But you know, that davit was there to be able to lift one of those jet skis up there. And then of course this rail you could remove in order to lift that through. I do have a built-in swim platform down there, so you want to be extra cautious if you're using that to jump down below into the lake. Now I'm going to use this ladder. This ladder is actually quite wide. It's got a really good handrail on it, and it's got a pretty good slant to it as well. It's much easier to use than many other ladders we've been on. So this is where that mount for that davit would have been, and that would have basically gone up, and again that little rail right there would have been a pass-through in order to lift small watercraft up on the upper level. Exterior, especially over here on this side that's opposite of that marina walkway, is really showing some age. This one could really use some exterior paint on it, especially on this side. And then once it is repainted, then it needs regular waxing. Boat like this, especially in this end slip, this side of this boat should really be painted, or I'm sorry, should be waxed twice a year. And I would say the same for the exterior walls here on the rear porch, and probably even this third, especially where we are in this slip. You can see it is kind of getting some of this late afternoon sun back here in this third of the boat. Now you've got some other areas up here more toward the middle of the boat. You know, also could use repainting, but this area right in here is not going to need as much wax. You know, that area you could probably get by with waxing once a year, but all the other areas of the boat really should be waxed twice a year. Got some rope lighting around the exterior. I've got that turned on for you, and then of course I came back down the same ladder that I used to go up top, but I do want to point out we do have a staircase over here on this starboard side where our enclosure is, and that's actually going to be a water fill for your freshwater tanks. Of course, that hum right there, that's that vent from that freestanding air unit. I do want to point out that that is usable. It's nice having those two entry points to the rooftop. And then that's going to be your freshwater connection for your dockside water, as opposed to just filling your tanks. I do believe this one does need some interior plumbing connections made on the freshwater system if you wish to utilize the onboard freshwater tanks. Nothing major, just needs a few connections reconnected. It was probably winterized at one point, and things were left off, and essentially they've just been using the marina water supply for their fresh water whenever they're on board. So again, feel free to reach out to us through the website to schedule a showing for this one. To get any additional information, submit an offer, or anything like that, we do not monitor that YouTube comment page. This one is going to be priced accordingly for what work it needs. And again, that engine does need to be replaced. And there's a handful of other work to be done as well. But that roof was recoated. So yes, we do have some leaks up here. Or I should say, we do have some stains up here from previous leaks. But none of that is active. That was all resolved when that roof was recoated in the summer of 2023. All right, so as we start to wrap up here, again, this is the 1994 Lakeview 14 by 45 wide body aluminum hull houseboat for sale. Again, here on the beautiful freshwaters of Norris Lake, Tennessee, with a very desirable in slip on the Knoxville corner of Norris Lake. Front enclosure here on the front porch. One more look down this side right here. 3 queen bedrooms, 1 full bath. Then it's a Lakeview houseboat. And that's going to wrap things up here. So as we sign off here, again, 2 things going to be coming up over top your screen. One's going to be a shortcut to our current listings playlist, and the other is going to be a shortcut for you to subscribe to our YouTube channel. If you haven't already, it's a great way to get notified anytime new inventory comes available. And again, that's going to do it for this one here. Again, it's the 1994 Lakeview 14 by 45 foot wide body aluminum hull houseboat for sale. And thank you again for joining us.